Fantastic. Hello there, Master Hellish here. Welcome back to Rocket League, where we are on our penultimate qualifying game for our 3v3s. Now, this commentary is recorded after the episode was played due to a technical issue, but nevertheless, we are going to play this game and try and earn ourselves a decent ranking. So, here we go, myself and 5 random people in this 3v3 competitive solo, and they're off! Hellish being pensive right at the beginning, doesn't know which way to go with it, but the ball comes back into the midfield. Hellish jumps for it. One of his own blue team players seems to knock that backwards for a second there, but again, Hellish pushing, trying to keep the pressure on. Not quite sure what the blue team are doing here. It's going to go past Hellish, and it just narrowly misses the goal. It goes across the face of the blue goal now, and all 3 of the blue players rush towards the ball to try and get that cleared out. Well, Hellish following up the midfield to see if anything comes of it, but nothing does as the ball gets brought in, and that is going to be a clearance by Hellish. It is, despite him being hit by a member of the orange team. Long and deep into the orange corner now, and it gets cleared across. It bounces and pinches off between a blue and orange player, and we find ourselves back down with an explosion. It goes straight over the top of Hellish's head. He just leaves it because there was nobody there to take it. Once again, we get coming together of heads between the oranges and the blues, and the ball gets pitched off in a random direction. Blue players now pushing forward. A really good knock by Hellish. It goes towards the goal. Not on target, but it went towards the danger zone. But the oranges now coming back with their counter-attacks, and Hellish trying to get that ball into the orange half, and it's going towards the goal, and it is a clearance from the blue team in the defence there. Fairly even fighting so far in this game, quite well put together, but there's, oh my goodness, no! There it goes! Well, there is a long hit, it's a push forward by Hellish, and then the orange team give a long lob straight off and into the middle of the goal. It wasn't being defended by anyone, it's 1-0. And we're off with 3 minutes and 33 on the clock. Everybody flies in, Hellish gets the after knock on the ball. Blue team still pushing. They need obviously to score now to start to bring things back to a draw. Hellish hoping that this ball gets past some of the orange players here, but it doesn't. Knocks it against the back wall to bring it up to his colleague, who misses his shot. He doesn't even manage to hit the post on that one. And the oranges are on another push. It's coming towards the goal once again. Everybody misses it. It goes over the top of Hellish. Hellish gets a little slight knock there. It's bobbling around the face of goal and eventually cleared. Well, still lots of action happening from both sides and both teams here. At the moment, it could be anybody's game, and of course, because of the technical issues, I know whose game it actually is at the end of the day, but we're not going to let that one slip just yet. Over the top of Hellish's head again, as the ball gets rattled around the midfield, and it comes deep into the blue part, coming towards the goal. Hellish with a fantastic clearance. It bounces off the wall at the halfway line. Heads towards the orange goal. And look, all 3 orange players now in a heavily defensive position. Very quickly, Hellish intercepting the ball that was roughly heading towards the danger zone as he sits his backside towards the far post. And again, another clearance by Hellish. Definitely some aggressive play there as 2 of the orange players miss the ball, and one of Hellish's teammates gives him a nudge forward. More than likely accidental there. Hellish lined himself up, but it is cleared by the orange team and goes down towards the corner. This is coming in a dangerous sort of way if it doesn't get cleared at this point. It's going to come round. It's high over Hellish. This is an awkward angle. It goes in the top corner. It's 2-0. Well, with hindsight, you can see that at this point here, Hellish should have jumped up and gone for it. But the other members of the blue team were in midair, upside down, and every which way. It's 2-0. So there's the kickoff. Hellish tries to follow it up. It goes over his head, roughly towards the blue goal. That's in a dangerous position, and they're following up. The oranges are pushing hard. Of course, with this 2-goal lead, there is a good chance. But Hellish, there he goes. There he's put one behind. He put it into the orange goal there. Now, if you can see here, there's an opportunity. The ball gets loose. Hellish there has got nobody ahead of him, and he gives it just a slight knock to bring it into the goal. probably would have hit the post if he hadn't. It's now 2-1. Well, with another kickoff, can we find out if it's... Oh my goodness! Straight from the kickoff, off the crossbar, straight into the goal. Well, here we go. Hellish pushing forward. It bounces off them both and straight in. I don't think the teams can believe that. Now again, with only 1:30 on the clock and 2 goals behind, will the Blues be able to pull this back? I think we'll find out with the next goal. If there's another goal, that's roughly towards the orange goal. It comes off the roof and comes the wrong way. A bad jump by Hellish there. I'm not sure where he was going, but he comes through across the face of goal and steals that ball from underneath the Orange's nose. And he comes round. He's going to have to do a jump here to try and get in the way of this. He does get in the way. Not enough. It goes onto the post, and he's sat there on the line trying to get this ball out. And he does eventually get it so far, but again, these Oranges are just pushing back as Hellish lines up to try and get this cleared, and it gets around the back of him. It's 4-1, and I think that has now sealed the fate of the blue team here. You can see it comes up past Hellish. He jumps to knock that ball backwards, but there are both 2 orange players there. Poor goalkeeping by Hellish, and it's 4-1. Well, with a minute on the clock and 3 goals down, with the way that the blue team are now playing, it's going to be difficult for them to make anything of it. Hellish tries to flick that off the front of his bonnet and fails to do so, and as everybody flies in. At this point in the game, when you've got seconds remaining and you're 3 goals up, you have a certain power, you have a certain fate which you can control, because you don't need to worry about not scoring another goal, because you can just push and score another. 5-1. A lovely touch as well from the orange team there as he twists through the air and pops it into the middle of the goal. 26 seconds left to go. How many more goals can the orange team get here? Ball is high and loose in the blue area once again, and it has, since that 3rd goal of the match, the tables have turned dramatically. Blues are scrabbling around to try and fend off the relentless attack of the Oranges. Are the Oranges going to get one more before the game is up? I don't think so here. With a few seconds left to go, it's a 5-1 victory for the Orange team, and the game is over. Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's a little bit disappointing that something better didn't come out of that for the blue team, but we can see here that whilst Hellish got some points on the board, did better than the worst team in the Oranges. Not many points scored by his teammates, and it'd be interesting to see what happens in our final game. We'll see you then. Goodbye.